Rich is going to work on the stove hood.
Oh, dome vibrating.
But why?
I don't know.
We bought the cheapest stove hood we could possibly buy, and we are going to build something to go around it out of the cabinets that we're not using. Hi, I'm Kathy. Welcome to our channel. My husband Rich and I finished customizing and installing all the vintage Quaker-made kitchen cabinets. Part of that was to build a stove hood from scratch using all the leftover parts, pieces, and cabinets that we didn't use. We saved the build of the stove hood for last so that we could build it to fit the remaining space over the stove. But we also needed to build it to the size of the stove hood that we bought. We have a stove that runs on propane, so we needed to buy a range hood with an external vent. So we chose the least expensive black vented range hood that we could find. We purchased it after buying all the cabinets, but before knowing how exactly we would be building the stove hood. Once the wooden range hood cover was built, we needed to find a way to modify the black range hood so that we could conveniently reach the switches and operate the fan and light. This proved to be the most challenging part. This has two switches for the fan and the light. So basically what he's trying to do is move them into the corner, like right here on the other side, so that we could reach those switches from underneath the stove hood that we built.
I took the switches out of here and I traced a little template, and I thought maybe I would just cut out this template and then draw it out on this blue tape and then cut the holes here. Look at that. Really tiny. That might be good. Is it for steel though? It doesn't specify wood, plastic, or steel, but I'm guessing it's just a general purpose blade. They all look the same cutting pattern. You know, they all look the same as far as the teeth, so we'll try them. This steel is not very thick. The matter is just to be able to make a nice straight cut in that. Let's see what happens. This thing makes a ton of noise. Not really that dull, but they're not cutting either. Alright, let's try something else. Well, there's not a lot of battery left in this. Battery's about dead. We're going to have to recharge. Take forever. This diamond blade bit is very old, and I don't really have any other way of doing this. Probably going to break that little screw head. There it goes, yay! Alright, so now it's time to get a new tool. Back to this thing. This is going to be too hard to control, but nothing's cutting it the way I would like to cut it. My Dremel tool needs to be recharged and the blade needs to be replaced. That's how far I got with that.
Okay, what about
the grinder is just too much.
What happened to the oscillating tool? Not gonna work?
No. It just can't cut it.
I had metal blades, metal cutting blades for my jigsaw, handheld jigsaw.
Yeah, I could try that actually. It's a good idea. I forgot I had this. That's why I need Kathie. I don't have a hacksaw blade for it though, but I'm gonna try it. Maybe I can get the rest of this done here. Come on, get in there. It's fatter blade. I was trying to do delicate work here. Now what? Let's see. I'm gonna have to drill it and then find a better blade because I don't know if this is gonna work. You know, every job is easy if you have the proper tool for the job, but we don't have the ideal tool for this job. See what we can do to clean this one up first. A little bit far. It's okay though. Pick up the rest with a little file, maybe. There you have it. Probably better off going with a small one. Just trying to always try and look for shortcuts. There is no shortcuts with this custom work. No shortcuts. Remember, this doesn't have to be pretty because nobody's going to see it, and it just has to be functional, and of course it has to be custom. Chainsaw file here. All right, that'll work. Everything was quiet. It's just like a whole dome vibrating.
But why?
I don't know. It's a little unnerving.
I've been hearing it for days now.
I haven't been around, you know, so I'm finally hearing this. I thought you were hearing things.
Well, what could it be?
I don't know.
You heard it from outside?
Yeah, it's weird. I hear it everywhere.
How often have you heard it now?
Second time today.
And it sounds like somebody's starting up an engine.
The sound of a gigantic amplifier vibrating and humming. Like boom. Enough where the bass is shaking the house.
And yesterday when it happened, I thought there was an earthquake, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what you felt. It shakes. It vibrates.
And you hear it from outside.
Like somebody's doing some nuclear testing in the woods. That's how far outside it sounds like. I thought it was coming from down the street.
Well, yesterday during the day when it happened, like it sounded like a big truck in the driveway with an engine vibrating.
Yes, you got about 10 seconds to get outside and figure out what it is because it goes away. So you get the idea. You got all your wires coming up away from all the steam and heat and coming back around over here and going back down. Underneath there is a heat shield where we can make the connections there. That's what I come up with. The switches will be over here on the side so we can reach up underneath. I'm going to tape this up a little bit. So here's what I have for a little bit of a wire harness.
It looks really jiggery.
Well, as I was telling our viewers at home, it doesn't really have to be pretty up here. It just has to be
Safe.
functional
Safe.
and custom.
Safe.
I didn't mention safe. It has to be three things. It has to be functional, safe, and custom. Thing of beauty right there. That's beautiful. All right, the camera died. The stove hood is in. The moment of truth, I'm going to go hit the circuit breaker and see if all this hard work paid off or if I am the electrician. Anything happening? I hear a fan and a light. That would be high. That's off. Oh, that's off. That's good.
Where is it venting to right now?
Right in here. Right there for now. I just wanted to see if it works.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Now you got a stove light.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a little cover for these switches up, and we'll cover these holes. Yeah.
Is that it?
It's almost in. We'll make something like that. Be like that.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't even have to be painted, but it would look better painted.
Yeah,
I get it.
Paint it.
All right, everything is looking good.
There you go.
All right.
That's it.
Wires are safe. And one thing that we did not mention during this video is why we put the switches where we did.
Because we both agreed that they wouldn't look so nice right here or even on the side. We just didn't feel comfortable cutting up this nice piece of wood.
No.
And you saw what I went through with the trying to cut the metal. Can you imagine if I messed this up?
Oh my gosh. Hey, but honey, you never gave up.
Never gave up. So it's in. The switches are hidden. We thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in the next video, we're going to talk about the butcher block countertop and how we installed that. So stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next video.
And if you're wondering what that noise in the dome was, hang on. Coming right up. And it's an easy on. Easy off. No problem. Yep, it was loggers. We discovered our neighbors were having their land logged, and on some days they were so close to us that we would hear and feel giant trees falling and the ground shaking from the heavy equipment. Who knew it could have such an effect on our buried dome?
Yeah, so it's about 25 degrees out here today. The sun is shining, and we are taking a hike up the snowmobile trail.
Our neighbor up behind us is logging.
And we were contemplating the idea of possibly having them log our property.
We could kind of use some extra money to finish the house right now.
All right, let's go.
So they leave all these limbs after they're done cutting. And
Yeah.
we could use those. I mean, we could chip those and we could cut the bigger stuff up and use it for firewood.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense to do it in the winter time. There's no leaves and everything making
Yeah.
more of a mess.
Yep. Definitely.
All right.
Head back.
I mean, we are high up. Check out the view.